Welcome back to United Gamers Authority. I am Shade Hunter, and this is 7 Days to Die. We are going to be going over some commands that can help you get the most out of your testing world or out of your admin commands to help you understand a little bit more about how 7 Days to Die works and how you can also provide your own tests and builds in the game. So, without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so this is my friend here, Mr. Smith, and if you push the Q to turn on God mode, you fly and stuff. But we're gonna have God mode on and just be walking around. So you push H to turn it off, as a recap from last time. Also in God mode, you get to see their hit points, so you can see how much damage you do. So let's go ahead and, since he is now damaged, get rid of him. And let's summon another Mr. Smith. To summon a zombie, you push F6 on your keyboard. And you pick from here. And you can search. You can spawn 25 of them. You can spawn them looking at you. All kinds of other cool stuff. But we're going to pop up another guy here. And if you notice, he is not attacking me. On the normal US keyboard that has the number pad on the right, there is a button. It is a little star for multiply. That is the button you press to turn the AI on and off. And it makes things a lot easier when you're testing things out. To get to a different view, you can do over the shoulder by pressing F5, and then you can run around. I have not figured out how to increase the distance yet, but I find it a little jittery, a little fuzzy when doing that. To unlock your camera so you can spin around and look at me like I was doing here, you would press P and then move your mouse and it turns your character around. To get rid of the UI is F7, and that's how you can kind of do interesting little intros. But that is not everything we're going over today. So, Mr. Smith here was just a test dummy, and we're just going to leave him there for right now. One of the things that we should probably go over is the admin tab, or drop-down menu, console, command console. It has so many different names, it's ridiculous. To turn it on is F1. I believe I mentioned that last time. And you have all kinds of things. You have the DM, the CM for debug mode, creative mode. Also, you could type in help, and it tells you all kinds of different things, and then you move your mouse up here, and you can scroll. We'll go over the list of commands. I will try my best to get all the commands in the description below of this video so you can check them out. I would suggest playing with this so you can understand how it works. Some of them, I don't know all of everything that works. The AI, I have no idea. When you have somebody else come on your server, admin helps that. And if you type in, I believe it's admin help, or is it help admin? It's different with other games. Okay, if you type in admin, help admin, it tells you how to do it, how to add somebody from admin, how to remove them, how to add a group. I don't know why you would want to add an entire group to admin, but there it is. You could do admin list, and it'll list all the admins. And there's instructions here on how to do it. You could also find a file in your games folder that is, I believe it's actually called admin settings or admin server settings, something along those lines. When you open it up in a WordPad, then it will have the same instructions in there on how to manually add somebody as an admin, which helps if you have more than one person, on your game testing, so that everybody can have the same permissions to do so. So let's bring up this help menu again. Aid the debug, AI director, debug output. I wouldn't do too much with the AI except for the button to turn them on and off. I wouldn't mess with that too much. Audio, you can watch the audio stats, see if you get a little bug in the system, you might be able to see it through there. Auto move, I've never used it. I don't know. Ban is easy. You just manage your ban entries, who you've banned from your world. Bents turns blocks on and off, block entities. I believe that works on generators or lights or something. Buff, it applies a buff. You can do buff help, and you can test out all the different buffs in the game. Excuse me, there's a lot. And even being stunned, it's a debuff, yes, but is still considered in the buff list. So you could test out how things work, or you could just get smacked a bunch or fall from a large height to test out some of them. So yeah, the list is very extensive. I'm not going to go through all the different buffs you have on here, which also are triggers. Broken arm, broken leg, concussion, that kind of stuff. Excuse me, man, my allergies drive me nuts. All right, so, and that's as high as I can go, so let's go ahead and get back into the help. I hope you all can see this okay. It's really small, and I don't think there's any other way to make it bigger. Yeah, there's no way to make it bigger, so we're just gonna have to deal with this right here. See here, we have camera cam, lock and unlock camera movement, or load save specific camera position. It's interesting. I've seen some guys use it. I've never used it, but it opens up. I would suggest playing with it so you could see how you can get different camera movements and camera angles and stuff for your videos or your testing or whatever, if you want to really understand how a lot of the mechanics work. Chunk caches, this is if you're having a problem with it being pretty slow, you can use the chunk stuff to find out if there's loaded chunks that shouldn't be, or repeating chunks or something, or if it just has an issue with the chunk that it keeps reloading it. I've had that before, where it shows a big hole in the ground, or I fall through the world or something. Then the chunk reset can help that, but you have to find the specific chunk to reset it, and that can take a while. Command permission is manage the command permission levels. Creative menu, we've already been over that. Debuff removes a buff from the player, from the local player, and if you debuff player, you can remove it from somebody else. Debug menu, been over that. Oh yeah, speaking about debug menu, when you go into here and you do not have, let's go ahead and turn debug menu off and get out of that. If you go hit escape, nothing shows up. But if you go into there and bring up the debug menu and then hit escape again, you have these different commands you can, I don't suggest you change time with this day and time changer here. I'll show you another way to do it that makes it a lot easier and more specific, because this seems to get really messed up when you mess with it, and it just screws everything up, and you end up having to like reset the world or start over. So I would say leave that alone. A lot of these have keys for it. Like the fly mode is H, God mode is Q. No collision automatically turns on when you have God mode on. Or is it fly mode? Yeah, I can't walk through him. Yeah, I can't walk through him with that. So no collision doesn't work apparently unless you're flying. So push H and push H and I just push him. That's funny. Push him around like he pushes us around. Jerk. But if you go like to this wall over here, See, I have flying on. Oh, and to go down and when you're flying is C. So it's like the crouch button. And yes, you can go through the ground. Or you can go through walls. So there is that. Let's see here. There's invisible mode. You won't you might wake up zombies, but they can't see you. It just makes your character completely invisible. If you watch in the bottom, my hand disappeared. I come out of it, my hand reappears. See, it disappeared again. Physics are good, or basically just the physics of the game. You can turn it off and do stuff and then turn it back on and see how it affects things. Show stability is actually shows the stability of everything in the game. So when you're building a test or a test building and you have a problem, oh yeah, those are the boots. When you have a test world, you can actually see the stability of things. If it's red, it's got like terrible stability, and I believe black has no stability, which obviously the corn's gonna have no stability. The jumping that I'm doing is the boots here. It's, if you actually click on them, looks safe-ish. They're rocket boots. So yeah, you can see all the stability of the building here. It's all green, and there's different shades of green and stuff, and it's very useful when you're testing out a build. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and turn that off. Show light peripherals. So that shows you where all the light locations are and how far the lights go. So you can do some testing with that. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Show stability glue. Not quite sure how this works. It shows that chunk building thing up in the corner, so I'm not quite sure what it does, so I don't know how to tell you how to use it. You have teleport. You can put in coordinates, teleport those coordinates. You can kill yourself. Open POI teleporter. You can teleport to any of these different ones. Let's see here. As an example, let's go... Oh, there's no Shotgun Messiah? It's not actually named Shotgun Messiah? Oh, boy. Gravestown. Interesting. Let's see here. Old house. Oh, and this actually gives you coordinates here, too. So this shows you where they are. And it's just the basic... It's like this one is here, this one is here, this one is here. These are basic coordinates. They're similar to latitude and longitude, but I do latitude and longitude differently, mainly because of military. So let's see here. Let's go to an Old West town. Let's go Old West Church, and it spawns you right here in the Old West town, right here at the church. The locking position was right here, and I believe that's where the quest would show up as well. And I have no idea which house the farmhouse is at. So, yeah. I just know that I would have to fly a different direction. Anyway. So there's... That covers this stuff. Now, the export prefab, there is... You could actually build something, mark it as a prefab, save it, and then import it into other worlds. You can create your own world. Let's go ahead and exit out of this real quick, and I'll show you this. There's the editing tools. You can do a random gen previewer. You can check out a random gen. There's a prefab editor. You can make your own buildings. And then there's an entire world editor where you can change. You could get the random gen, export it, or however it wants you to do it. I'm not going to do it because it takes forever to load. And then you can actually edit the world and change it the way you want. So you can put in your own prefabs, and then you can make your own prefabbed world. It's absolutely amazing on what you can do just with the game without actually playing the game. You just make a world. So let's go ahead and jump back into the test world here. All right, we're back here at the farm, and we're pretty much covered everything. It looks like we have some visitors over here. Not anymore. All right. Oh, a quick trick. If you, I'm not quite sure if this game will do it. Let's go video quality, and you want to go. Yeah, you can, if you're having serious problems with jitteriness and stuff, you can just come in here and see what all of these do and turn them down. Reflection, shadows, shadow distance, water quality, particles. Yeah, particles you can actually basically turn off, and that one by itself, it reduces what the particles look like. I mean, yeah, it's not the greatest, but yeah, it cuts it down, gives you a lot smoother run if you're using a lower end machine. All right, but I like that at, what was it, 75? Depth of field, bloom. Oh, the motion blur. That's a blur that happens when you're moving fast. So yeah, back to this, the help menu. There's a lot of good information. I will try to get this posted in the description. What I'll probably end up doing is posting a few different links for all of the different commands and what they do. But I mean, it's a game. It's an alpha. Test stuff out. See if you can find something that might be a fix for something that there's a problem, and let the fun pimps know. They'll fix it or tell you that it was intended. One of the two. You can change your weather. You can change the dynamic music functionality. Yeah, there's a lot of different things on here. I would say just play with it. Now, the ones that I like to use are further down here. Give self XP. You can level yourself up to find out how things work at higher levels. You can kick people. Help is this console. You can give self. You can look up the item names, the quality, however many you want, or you can just go into the list and find it. You can give yourself a quest. You can kick people. You can kill enemies. Kill all is killing all entities in an area. If you're doing a lot of testing with entities and like zombies coming in and stuff, you can do the kill all, and it will kill everything in the area and smooth out your machine to where you can actually move again. It's a good way to test your computer on what it can handle. And I'll show you how you can do that in a second. Let's see here. Lights, list players. Memory shows you how much memory is using. You can save the world manually. You can repair chunks. You can remove quests. You can change game preferences while in game if you can figure out what they are. You can change the stats of something. Set time. That's the one. This is where you actually do it. You don't do. You can type out set time all one word, or you can just type in ST. Like if you had seen my stream for the Dashong Tower Horde, I did the time change doing it this way. So I mean, I can go ST, and the first one. Well, let's just do this. Set time help. And this will tell you how to do it. Or no, sorry, it's help set time. I keep forgetting that because other games are the other way around. And I play a lot of games. So this explains it. This got really confusing to me, except for this one right here. The day, hour, and minute. That one's the easiest one to do. So let's go set time 7, hour 21, minute 50. So right before Horde is what's going to happen, and this is going to be interesting because they can't actually hurt me. Supposedly these jump boots are still in testing in the game. You can't get them in game, but there is a mod for it, and we'll go over all the mods, all the different items and stuff, that what they do and everything as we get going further on, so that everybody has a chance to understand all the mechanics of this game, what it has to offer, and what you can do with it in testing horde bases, or testing worlds, or just testing your normal functioning base. One thing I would advise, never combine your living base and your horde base. Back before, I would say before Alpha 18, that was possible, but not anymore. You're going to be repairing so much, it's ridiculous. And I'm in God mode, so this is going to be relatively easy. But let's go melee. Let's just smack them all, if they all spawn. I don't know why Horde Knight's not working. They should be rushing me right now. Maybe I've just done too much. That gun's not very loud. Let's get a louder gun. Desert Vulture's pretty loud, and so is the tactical assault rifle. And then we'll just do some normal rounds. I think these guys are from inside that building, though. I don't know why the Horde's not actually functioning. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you are not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon to get more notifications of more videos to come. Thank you, and I'll see you on the flip side. Later.